It's not that one.
I do like the mystical bronze bell thing too. It's very Japanese.
It's exceptionally Japanese.
And not in a bad way.
Oh wait, no, it's not actually explained as that way, but the tale that goes with it is that they shrine melted down the bronze mirrors they had to create a new bell after the old one was destroyed, is the reference that the Pokemon are tied to.
Oh.
And so hypothetically, that since that's where that story comes from, the creation of Bronzong comes from the melting down of a bunch of bronzers.
Except it comes from just one.
Yeah, it just evolves into it. It just becomes big. They are.
I like that green.
I like the designs.
Me too.
They're nice. They're
cool and good.
This is very Japanese, which goes with another line that comes a little bit later.
I need to be going though. I work in the morning.
Here's Bonsley.
Ah, it's the Citadel colors.
Yeah, look at how bright that pink is.
he'll sear your eyes out. In Smash Bros, you just pick up the Bonsly and you just chuck it at someone.
Yeah, it's Bonsly. He's okay.
Can you get this, please?
He's okay. He's pretty cute.
He wear a boot. He is resistant to poison.
Here.
He has the rattled ability, which is totally worthless for him. Actually, he's a baby Pokemon, so whatever. He can't fight.
And then here's Mime Jr., who, again, it's one of those that I think almost no one asked for.
Yeah.
Its design looks like a turd with a dress.
He actually was featured in the first Mystery Dungeon as a 4th gen preview.
But
as
why?
He appears as a statue.
I know, but why?
I don't know, along with Lucario.
Here's Happiny, so here's a baby carrying an egg around, but it's actually a stone.
hates it.
Well, of course he does. It's cute.
Yeah, but he hates the way the egg fits and how it looks just so... He really wishes that Chansey's relatives kept the vague axolotl thing going, and I can agree with that. Instead of just being a bluff.
And then Chatot.
Whoa! Shiny Chatot's like, hi, this is Murkrow. With shiny wing.
Chatot is exceptionally frustrating to deal with in the mystery dungeon.
I don't mind him. I mean, he's kind of a healer.
Spiritomb is a pretty swell guy. He has that face. That face makes me so happy.
He just has one swirly eye for some reason.
Yeah, I like it.
Spiritomb has a gender?
Yep.
Get that thing away from me.
And then here's Shin's least favorite dragon line of all time, but it's actually pretty decent. It's just that it ruined his heart forever because now he will never play the card game again.
I'm leaving.
This is making him go away, is the fact that Garchomp is on the screen. But at least we have Munchlax.
Yeah, you don't pick him up and throw him. He just eats all of your stuff.
Oh, but wait, I have to go back because it was a Mega Garchomp.
Munchlax is actually mostly male.
Mega Garchomp.
So pink.
Look like that.
Mega Garchomp is actually, I think, largely considered worse than Garchomp because he's actually slower.
Yeah, and speed is like a more important ability than most other stats. Because if you're too slow, you can't do anything.
And if you're an attacker and you're faster than everything else, they can't do it.
I'm not going to do that every time. Riolu's shiny is very bright.
Brown.
I like it, though. Riolu is cute.
End of an ear.
Shin doesn't care much for it. Izzy really likes Riolu.
It's probably in his top 5.
And then you have Lucario.
Oh god, shiny Lucario.
I like it.
I think it's funny. Mega Lucario.
Lucario is steel for some reason, as
because
Shin
Ori
says.
Calcum.
Yeah, but
his name in French is Mega Lucario.
But yeah, he's okay. I like him. And here's Hippopotas. It's a hippo. It's a mud hippo. And it becomes Hippowdon, who becomes a spooky mud hippo, I guess. The female form is a different color than the male form, as you can see here, for some reason. I don't know what that's about, why it's a different color, but it is. Here's Scorpy. Scorpy is cute. I like Scorpy. Shin doesn't really care for the scorpions, but he will talk about how much it loves the cactus fruit. Drapion is peculiar to me. The big arms is weird in my opinion for Scorpion, but I guess it's anthropomorphized in a way. Then there's Krogunk. Krogunk has a very strange smile shape, but it is a smile. And then it becomes Toxicroak, which means it gets a big thingy on its neck. Male and female forms, I don't see what the difference is. Yeah, I don't see what the difference is. There is a male and female form, though, apparently. Carnivine. Carnivine is a Venus flytrap that floats and has goofy eyes. It's silly, and I appreciate it because it's silly. Then there's Finneon, which is not an Eevee evolution despite its name. It's a pretty cute fish. I like it. I could see it being a friend. And then Luminion, which is a bigger, not Eevee, but is a fish with big wing fins, and that's nice. I like it. And then Mantike, and oh, I love the babies. They're so cute. I like Mantike. He's sweet. So I do like it. It has a really nice shiny. That's a nice color. Snover. Shin's okay with Snover. He likes the idea of an icy tree Pokemon. But the typing is not the best typing in the world because ice is not the best typing. And then it becomes Abomasnow, which he used a lot in the cards because for a while it was a pretty strong one until he found a different setup. So there's that. And then we have Weavile, which evolves from... is there a difference in it? There's supposedly a difference in the design between male and female. Evolves from Sneasel. It's more evil. It has a fan for a head. Oh yeah, its ears in some way part of it. Nope, I don't know. I guess one has shorter ears. That's the difference. So there you go. It has shorter ears if it's female. And then Magnezone, which is when Magneton evolves, it becomes a UFO. It is the magnet area Pokemon. It is kind of like a lateral motion from like you have Magnemite, which becomes Magneton, and Magneton being the second form would imply that a bigger evolution would possibly be like a stronger pull of more, but instead of being this interesting idea they went with a different idea, which to me feels like it could have been a different evolution for Magnemite instead, where it actually gets bigger when it evolves. But that said, I think it's alright looking. It looks neat. It's still, I like the magnet Pokemon. They're fun. But there's that. One of Shin's least favorite, he's not here to say it, but he hates Licky Licky. He'd probably be like, oh my god, look how yellow that is. But yeah, it's something. Not the best Pokemon. It blep very hard, but not as hard as its pre-evolution, actually. Its tongue is shorter. Rhyperior, which doesn't look much like Rhyhorn or Rhydon. It looks almost like if you smashed Graveler and Rhydon together, maybe. It looks skronk, and it's a decent design. But it just doesn't look much like the other two to me is my biggest criticism about it. Tangrowth, I see where they were going with it. It's just I don't really care too much for the family. I mean, it's a cute idea. Maybe it would work better in person. It's called Mojumbo, which is funny. Not much else to say about it. Electivire is the electric of this pairing that you'll see here in a minute. It is the Thunderbolt Pokemon. It's like a Lightning Yeti, basically. So there's that. It's okay. It's skronk. I don't really have much to say about it. Magmortar is a friend of Electivire. they are often shown as being like buddies to each other. So there's that. It's I like it more because it at least has the cannons to it, but I still think its head's a little weird. Togekiss, another evolution from a previous generation. It becomes like a mono wing, basically a big puffy cloud type thing with wing shapes to it and a big head. I like Togetic a lot more than this. Yanmega is a pretty cool evolution. I like it. I think it's pretty swell. Pretty decent. Good design. It's bigger. It's 6 foot. It's big. It's pretty cool, though. I like it. Leafeon. You're never going to hear me say bad things about Eevee evolutions, except maybe that the 2 shinies are too close, which also is a thing that Flareon had as an issue. But it's still awesome and adorable. I love Eevee evolutions. They're great. Glaceon, a spectacular, beautiful, pretty little Pokemon. I like him. I would give him hugs all day, even if it made my arms cold. It is the fresh snow Pokemon, and Leafeon is the verdant Pokemon. Glacia and Leafia. But yeah, I love them, of course, because they're Eevee evolutions. Gliscor is the evolution of Gligar. It have big clampy clamps for hands. It's okay. I like Gligar more probably, but Gliscor is pretty cool. And then Mamoswine, a big tanky Pokemon if I remember correctly. Like takes a lot. It has 110 for hit points. No, it's actually very attack focused. I'd been told it was kind of tanky. But no, it's more attack focused. 130 attack. And then there's Porygon Z instead of Porygon 3. They didn't go with the same theme. It is a very strange shape, but I enjoy it. This series is one that I think is a pretty neat set, as I said before, so obviously this one would further be one that I enjoy. Then you have Gallade, which is the alternate evolution for Gardevoir, which is male only, which I think is trying to convey the idea they originally had for Gardevoir that ended up being interpreted as a feminine Pokemon, so they made this. I'd heard something about that discussion, I don't know for sure. My best guess is that it came from Gaijin Goomba, because he's usually the one who I hear about conversations relating to that kind of stuff with. If we go back for a second, here's Mega Gardevoir, because I forgot to show that. It becomes really poofy dress-like. And then Mega Gallade down here looks like that. What was happening there with the screen? After that is Probopass. Shin and I, this is the one we're pretty disappointed in because they kind of took what was a decent idea for an interesting steel-only Pokemon and made it goofy. It kind of looks like they were trying to make Mario as a Moai statue, basically. It's not horrible. I get what they were going for. It's not actually a mustache if you read the thing. It's supposed to be that it's so magnetic that iron filings bond to it, so iron powder just collects where the front of its face is. Which is an interesting concept. It's just that the fact that it has what is essentially a mustache makes it look really silly. Instead of continuing kind of the straight steel, interesting Moai statue concept. Then you have Dusknoir. Dusknoir is pretty important to the second mystery dungeon. It is a pretty nice design, I will say. It's kind of ghosty, spirity. It has a face on its chest as well as a spooky eye up here. But Duskull's still my favorite of the 3 forms. You have Frostlass, which is another one. This is a ghost Pokemon based on a Japanese myth. It's an ice ghost Pokemon. It evolves from, what's his name? Snorunt. Couldn't think of it. Snorunt. So, it's okay. Mega Glalie makes the Glalie line have more reason because apparently Frostlass was just outright stronger. And then Rotom. Rotom's great. Rotom has a lot of different things. Rotom has forms out the wazoo. Fan Rotom. Heat. Oh, this is. Frost Rotom? Is that what it calls it? Yeah, Frost Rotom, Heat Rotom. Mo Rotom. And Wash Rotom. And then just basic Rotom. Not Furfrou. What? Oh, you guys can't see that. Eh. Yeah, it for some reason hovering over the one it says Furfrou instead of Rotom. So we have, yeah, and Heat Rotom. So the aura changes. It gets a little redder inside of the aura. It's pretty neat. Again, it is... Actually, I think for the ones that have gimmicks, it's one of the stronger ones. No, I was purely incorrect on that. Its alternate forms just barely break 100. So yeah, it's not particularly great, apparently. It is, however, pretty neat and has that interesting gimmick going for it. It also can become a Pokédex. And then your trio for this one, Uxie, which is the psychic knowledge Pokemon. And then you have Mesprit, which is the emotion Pokemon. And Azelf, which is the willpower Pokemon. They are the psychic trio. They are legendaries, and they are loosely in the same flavor as Mew, so in that way I like them, but I still like Mew more. I do, however, really appreciate this trio. Then you have this duo, which is Dialga, the time Pokemon, temporal Pokemon, which looks pretty serious and intimidating, who also has a primal form in the Mystery Dungeon game, and Palkia, who is the space Pokemon, who's a water type. Shin thinks that this one should be Psychic Dragon, and that Lugia should be water flying. I think those both make sense as changes. It's never going to happen because of how Pokemon is. I like Palkia's name more than Dialga's. I think, though, that both of them look pretty cool. They are the legendary duo for this one. And then there is Heatran, which I think is a legendary? No. I mean, it, I guess, could fall under the legendary stuff. It's not particularly powerful, though. It is a late game Pokemon, though, I suppose. And then Regigigas, which is this super mega legendary for this, that is actually not really good, because its attack and speed, which are essentially the two most important things in serious play, are both halved for 5 turns, which is a very long time. And that's when it's sent out, which means you can't, like, switch out and then bring it back again later to try and time it out, because once it comes back out, that resets. Pretty frustrating. Sounds pretty tedious. And then you have Giratina, who is the renegade Pokemon. It says it is based on the term guillotine. It has that, and then it also has the origin form somewhere. Oh, there it is. It is a spooky ghost dragon Pokemon. It's pretty neat. Not my favorite because we also have this, and I think that Cresselia is beautiful. And I'm glad Shin isn't here to make his normal jokes, because I just want to talk about that. I think it's beautiful. I think it's an elegant, nice design. I think it has a lot of character and personality, and it looks elegant and cute, and I really like it. It's also, I think, a decent fighter. It's mostly a tanky thing. It has 120 and 130 defense, as well as having 120 HP. Its speed, special attack, and attack, though, leave something to be desired, so I guess it's one for more tanking hits while you do other plans or whatever. And then Fion, which is a mythical. It is the only mythical that evolves, and Fion evolves into Manaphy, which is a pretty cool little Pokemon. I dig it. They're cute. They are seafaring Pokemon. They are not like, oh my god, my favorite, as I said. My two favorites are definitely Mew and Jirachi when it comes to the mythicals. And then there's also super edgy Darkrai. And Darkrai here is an edgy, spooky ghost, but it's not actually a ghost, it's just a dark Pokemon. He is the pitch black Pokemon. He is so edgy. Careful, you're going to cut yourself on that edge. And then we have Shaman, and I think Shaman is no. Shaman is a little grassy hedgehog, and he's cute. And then he becomes a cute little flying doggy, and he's also cute. And I like him, and I would give him huggles and cuddles, and he's great. And I will say that this is another mythical here later that I do like. There are still mythicals that I do really like. It's just that the two favorites are very early. And then from there, I'm pretty sure this is actually the last one. Nope, still not. I mean, technically, maybe. I don't remember how they classify it, but I will go with the next one as well. This is Arceus. Arceus is Pokemon God, according to the mythology that is Pokemon. It is the originator. It is the creator of the Pokemon world in the Pokemon world. It is pretty strong. It has, I think, the highest base stats. It's just not as versatile as the other things that have really high base stats. Yeah, 120s across the board. It's just that its really high base stats don't lead to much because of the fact that it's kind of limited in how it can be used, if I remember correctly. But that said, it is still effective. It's not like a bad Pokemon. It just definitely can have better things. And then you have Victini, who is the last mythical before you get to the next generation, which is where I probably will call it, because I need to get to bed. I also have to work in the morning. Victini is cute. Victini is the victory Pokemon. It is okay. It's not bad. It's, like I said, it's cute. Its ears are V-shaped. I can't tell if it's a rabbit or a cat or just a random furry creature of some sort. It has unique abilities that make it great because it is mythical. But so I imagine it's probably my top 5 mythicals. But other than that, I would say I don't really have any major thoughts one way or the other. It's cute, like I said, which I really like the cute mythicals a lot. My favorites, you've seen 4 of my favorite mythicals. I'm sure that if you've watched this, you already know Pokemon enough that you know what my favorite, or you're going to know any of the others. So my favorite is Mew, followed by Jirachi, followed by Shaman, followed by oh god, I can't think of his name. I can think of everything else about him except his name. I can see him. Keldeo. That's the one. Keldeo, and then probably Victini, because they're all really cute, and I like them, and that's great. But that said, that's probably what I'm going to call it for now. We made it beyond halfway through. They're only 807, we're on 494, so that seems like a decent place to cut, is here at the end of this set. So, thank you guys for watching. Have a good day, night, afternoon, morning, whatever is where you are. Hope to see you again real soon, and take care.